What does the emergency shift do? Can force the workers in any facility to work for the next 24 hours. Raises discontent, though. But it does allow us to unlock extended shift, which just makes people work longer. I kind of don't hate that. Extra rations for the ill, fuck that. Overcrowding? Doubles the capacity of medical facilities. Causes discontent to rise slightly. What's a care house do? Residents of care houses eat half as much. Hope will rise slightly. You have to build a care house. And no. Fighting arena and public houses. The fighting arena actually hurts people, but it does reduce discontent. Which gives us access to pubs, but pubs don't produce anything and require workers. I'm definitely not giving extra rations to the ill. Overcrowding is tempting. Do we... Okay, hold on a second. Do we have any gravely ill? Let's check. If we don't have any gravely ill, I'm not going to worry about it. We have 13 sick people, but we have no gravely ill. All our gravely ill people died. Alright then, emergency shift is passed.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Yeah, the people are not gonna... Ooh, discontent is skyrocketing though. Preposterous! Are you trying to work people to death? Hope these shifts are only used for real emergencies, what? Yeah, John White, guess who's working an emergency shift next? Your ass. Why are there people going out here though? No one should be working here. What are you people doing out here? Oh, you're going... Oh, that's hunters. Okay. They just took the street because it's easier. For a minute, I thought they were going to go work in that empty gatherer's hut, and I was going to be fucking livid. Don't work out there, you jerks. Let's check our economy. How are we doing on coal? We have nobody assigned to work it. We're making 276 coal per day, plus we're actually making... We have a coal surplus, so we're making more coal per day than we're using. We're gaining 331. We're using 288. That's a win. Coal production is sorted. We don't need anybody else on coal. We got that covered. We can't keep going like this for a while, I'd say. See, Paul Sanders? That's the attitude. Stiff upper lip, champ. We can keep going like this for a while. That's the Winston Churchill attitude right there. If you're going through hell, keep going. Churchill would be proud of you, sir. The rest of these fucking slackers, though, I'm pretty sure he'd be slapping with a glove like Patton. We have 18 sick people. None of them are gravely ill. Heaters are researched. Use heaters to heat workplaces during work hours. We absolutely are going to do that. So like this place, you get a heater. The heater is off. Turn the heater on. These places over here, turn the heater on. Turn the heater on. Here, turn the heater on. Here, turn the heater on. Now, don't work in emergency... Oh, that place doesn't have a heater. Turn the heater on over here on the sawmill. Turn the heater on over here at the steelworks. Alright, let's check our temperature map now. Yeah, there we go. Now we're doing it. These use 1 extra coal per hour, but I think if we check our economy tab... We are actually at a very minor deficit. We can run at this deficit for a while. We're losing 17 coal per day. I'm okay with that if it brings down the number of sick. We can always shuffle some workers around, and as soon as we get this steel run out, which, by the way, should happen today, we should be able to empty that steel pile out today. We'll be good. Sawmill upgrade is our next upgrade. The colony's coming along. I'm starting to feel the groove. What should our next research after sawmill be? Now, don't abort anything. Don't care about the charcoal. I don't... resource depot upgrade. Ideally, we're not going to find ourselves in a situation where we need to stockpile anything. What do drafting machines take? A steam coal thumper. Coal mining optimization. Charcoal kiln thermostat. Steel... What is that? A steam sawmill. A steam steelworks. So, level 2 gets us some steam-powered stuff. Lighter scout sleds, more scouts, an outpost depot. Heating. Steam hub range, generator efficiency, overdrive couplings, improved heaters. More scouts is not bad. Hothouse is very tempting. Bunkhouses would not be terrible either. We should probably do bunkhouses next. Do bunkhouses? Okay, Chad agrees then. Sawmill upgrade first. That's a definitive. We finish the sawmill upgrade, then maybe we branch out into bunkhouses. We also... I don't know. We got 3 workshops. That feels like it's enough. Hurry up and finish this off so I don't have to have 12 children and 3 other workers working in a place that's unheated. Now that I have heat, I feel a little guilty about making all y'all work out there. A little, chat. I mean, tiniest shred of guilt. Very tiny, though. Very tiny shred of guilt. Minimal guilt. Okay, actually no guilt. None. I just wanted to feel like a big man. I was trying to be a populist for a moment. Make it look like I cared about the plight of the worker so that the bourgeoisie Bolshevik revolution doesn't happen and I don't want to get overthrown. Sure, my kingdom is pathetic and sad, and everybody here wishes they were dead, but it's the only kingdom I've got. I just want all of these tutorials to go away. The Grinch's heart grew 3 times that day. No, see, it didn't grow at all. It was just a front. I was just trying to convince little Cindy Lou Who that maybe, just maybe, I'm not a monster. We're actually getting close to the maximum on our wood stockpile. We have good supplies of metal. I don't know what else to build. We don't really need another medical outpost. We have tents for everybody. Don't really need another gathering outpost. We have our beacon. We could... Nah, I don't want to... we don't need to build anything else. We're actually good right now. We're good. I suppose we could cut back on... There, okay. I was going to say we could cut back on our wood production, but we actually don't need to do that. We'll have max workers come over here, and then our extra children can come work at the gathering piles, I guess. And we're still going to have 6 kids with no job, right? Yeah. Jobless children actually trouble me. There's a whole no child left behind clause here at the Perfidious Pete Palace. But the children I won't leave behind are the ones that are gouging themselves to death over here. Seems like our food situation is still not great. Let's keep... Actually, can we see food on the economy? Does, like, food have... Yeah. So we're gaining 120 food per day, but we're eating 139 food per day. Raw food per day. We need more people, or we got to start cutting the food with something. We're actually at a net loss for food. All right. So we got to do something about the food situation. Technology tree, that goes into bunkhouses. That's going to use 20 wood, 10 steel. Sorted. And we'll probably use a bunch of wood and steel upgrading these tents, which seems good. No child is left behind, but it's no child left behind at home. There you go, chat. That's how it rocks. It's actually an instruction to parents. No child left behind. When you go to work, you fucking take your kid with you. They can work too. So we should be getting even more wood now. We need more hunters' huts then, because we have a shortage of food. So let's grab another hunter's hut. And maybe just stick it adjacent to this other one? That should give us 80 raw food per day, which should put us in, like, a positive... We should have a net gain, then. It'll be a small net gain, but we should be at an overall net positive with regard to food. We're going to have to find workers for this, though. That's the issue. We could probably scale back the... Yeah, we're going to have to scale back. I don't want to scale back coal production because our coal is right where it needs to be. Actually, our coal is well ahead of where it needs to be, so let's go ahead and scale that back a little. So let's take you down to... No, not 0, though. Let's take you down to 6. No workers here. We're looking at only salvage workers, because I don't want to have... I'm not going to send children out to hunt. That seems stupefyingly dangerous. This is all kids? Yeah. You kids are doing... You know what? You're fine where you're at. Where else can we scrounge up some more workers? We have engineers working here, and I don't think engineers will work. We need workers. What is this building? What are you? The cookhouse. Will engineers work at the cookhouse? They will not. Only workers will work at the cookhouse. Also, why are children not doing that job? No. Children do that job. We still got to come up with 4 more workers from somewhere. Everything that can have engineers doing it has engineers doing it. We have no idle engineers. We have 1 idle child. Well, this is about the best we're going to do. I suppose we could take another worker from here. You know what? Fuck it. I guess kids work at the coal thumper now. Oh, we only have 1 idle child? We need food, though. That's the best we can do. Give me a couple more of these kids. You kids get, like, hazard pay for working at the coal thumper, because some of you are definitely going to get crushed by the piston. That's going to happen. More sick beds are needed. You have 3 days to build a new medical post. I can build a new medical post, but there's nobody to work in it. I promise the sick will be treated. You know what? We're going to do what we can to treat the sick. Are the scouts arriving with people? No, the scouts are actually still on their way out. The hazard pay for the kids constitutes an extra handful of M&Ms. They don't get M&Ms, though. Scouts have reached the sturdy shelter. What did they find there? Wood, food rations, and a steam core. Explore that. Trail leads to another city. Shelter's comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted by the heavy round door. To all scientists, if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there's another city out there. A signpost by the trail points in 2 directions. London, 1,934 miles. Home, 27 miles. Sites discovered, Steel Bridge. We don't really need 222 wood, though, but we could use those 97 rations in that steam core. How far is it to Steel Bridge? You know what? It's only 13 hours. Go straight there, and then come back. I want to see my sick. How many of you are being treated? We have to provide treatment for 4 people, but it feels like we're doing okay in that department. We have 2 hospitals. I don't know what more I can do. I'm not building another hospital. We don't have anybody to work it. I'm not taking engineers off something important like research or food gathering or something. We can pass another law. Do we have a law that could help? We don't have any gravely ill or amputees, though. You know what? Well, fuck it. The promise of fulfilling our health care, we'll do it by just cramming people in at a furious pace. That's what we'll do. We can now treat up to 20 people. So, you know, hope will rise, but dissent will also rise. If they'll have somewhere to lie, they have a chance to recover. Oh, shit will be crammed like a pool house. Actually, Jenny Frith, it's more like sardines, but it's okay. It's better that than they go untreated, right? You were just complaining, oh, you got to treat the sick. Well, make up your damn mind. Which one is it? Do I have to treat the sick? I'm going to take 2 workers off of each of these locations. You know what, engineers, if you're doing that, that's fine. Let's look at it, because we're actually we're producing wood much faster than we're using it. 20 citizens in treatment, 9 citizens cured yesterday. So food. We're gaining 80 raw food per day, but it is not being cooked into rations. Medicine is good. Housing, we have 1 tent that's chilly and everybody else is okay. Steel and wood management. We're producing far more steel and wood than we need. Let's maybe scale this back a little. Give me those workers too. Where would we have them toil instead, though? Because we've also got coal covered, right? Yeah, our coal consumption and production is almost perfectly balanced. We really need to get these bunkhouses finished, because I'm assuming building a bunkhouse is going to probably take wooden. But I want to get there before we... Well, you know what we should do? Let's just do this. We could just build a resource depot. I'm assuming it doesn't necessarily matter where the resource depot is. We could plop it in here, for instance. Is there maybe a better spot for it? We could also plop it on this lane. We kind of want it, I think, to be near where resources are being produced, though. Let's put it right here. And then we could just put those workers back. They're not unemployed. They're fun-employed. I'm assuming people have to haul stuff to the resource depot, so we'll want to put it close to where the resources are actually being gathered. That way we don't overblow our stockpile. You guys need to hurry up and get there. Also, we can just speed things up. The temperature is going to drop again by 1 level, which I think is going to drop us back down to -40. Sick are being tended to. What's our heat map look like? Even with the heaters on out here, it's still pretty damn cold. This place doesn't matter. The sawmill's pretty cold. The steelworks pretty cold. When we go down to -40, I'm curious what that's going to look like. We may need to build one of those little steam radiators out here by our coal production facility. Sick people just keep going up. I love that our people's basic free time is at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, start me day at 4 a.m. with me free time. Then, you know, it's to work at 6 a.m., work till 6 p.m., then home for another 2 hours of free time over at the fighting pits, and it's back to work. Gotta hold on, people are depending on me. You gotta get your lazy ass to work is what you gotta do. Discontent has risen, hope did not. Resource for storage not specified. Store wood. Oh, the resource depot only stores one thing. Scouts have reached the bridge. They've done it. A brass plaque on the bridge tower reads, built by the people of Winterhome in AD 1887. Bridge is kept completely snow-free by a working automaton. Search the area. A functional automaton. We stopped at the edge of a deep, wide ravine, marveling at the steel bridge spanning it, even more so at the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send a machine back to our city or disassemble it for resources. Weather stations, large... No, send it to the city, though. We reprogrammed the automaton and sent it on its way. As it disappeared in the distance, walking steadily towards our city, the first wisp of snow started to settle on the bridge. I don't care, I'm stealing your fucking robot. And I would like for you people to then come home, because we need that food. Like, go back to our city. Follow the automaton. I'm stealing your fucking robot. There's no way I'm leaving a robot unattended. Absolutely not. Search for other cities. Deserted bridge. Finding the bridge to Winterhome proved that we're on the right track, but raised questions. Why was the bridge deserted? Why wasn't the Why wasn't Pete able to speak? Well, that's because I'm having a stroke, actually. Why wasn't the automaton under the care of an engineer? There are logical explanations to it all, but people are growing anxious. We'll find out in Winterhome. Hope falls slightly. Why did Hope go down? I brought him a sweet robot. Hope should be going up. What fucking kind of crazy assholes are these people? We got a badass robot on its way here to do our fucking bidding, and people are like, angry. If my local congressman got a functional robot here in my city, I would vote for them forever, though. Crushed by a machine. There's been an accident. A child's been trapped and badly injured inside a machine. We have to stop the entire facility if we want to have a chance of saving the child. Okay, fine. Factory will become inactive for 8 hours, but hope will rise slightly. That's fine. We're doing okay on coal. We have a massive stockpile of extra coal that we're not picking up. So the fact that the thumper is offline for 6 hours, or 8 hours or whatever, not a big deal at all. Chad, if you keep dropping spoilers, I'm going to kick your ass. Are these hunters? You hunters better be bringing back a gigantic truckload of food. I see you guys coming back to the city. Bunkhouse research. Beautiful. Pause. What should our next research be? Coal mining seems good. Alternatively, we could just do draft house. You know what? Do that. Do drafting machines. What does it take to build a bunkhouse? Can we upgrade this? Or are bunkhouses something we actually just have to build? Can I build over? Okay, I was going to say, can I build over the top of what I already have? And I can. What does it cost to build a bunkhouse? 20 wood and 10 steel. Well, we can do several of these then. So let's start with the buildings that are furthest away from the heating zone, because the ones that are closer in, we can afford to have tents that are closer in. The ones that are further out, these are the ones we want to make warmer. So let's start with the outside and work our way in. You become a bunkhouse, 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 bunkhouse. We can do like one more bunkhouse. There we go. Now our people got something to look forward to. Nicer digs. You know what we're going to do with this city, right, chat? So it's a shit dump now, but think about it. We picked it up for next to nothing, right? So we came out here to Winterhome, picked up a cheap piece of property. Now we're going to upgrade it, and then we're going to fucking flip it. We're going to sell this dump for $1 billion. Once we get it fixed up, we're going to be richer than Croesus. We'll be able to move to the Mediterranean. Because some people that live further north in an even shittier town will be like, man, we should move south to that Winterhome place. Have you seen what they've done with it? They've really spruced it up. We're like, damn right we did. We spruced the shit out of it. Also, give us all of your money. So half of the people that work here are sick? Is that because of the temperature? I mean, it's fine, though. With the heater on, it's livable. And yet all of our steel workers are sick as hell. Need to upgrade your food gathering or build hothouses? We did upgrade our food gathering, did we not? Our hunters have the advanced tools. It said our food income was okay. Yeah, we're gaining a very moderate amount of food every day. Not a ton, but, you know, we got like 21 a day coming in. We got a net positive. Why, is the automaton going to eat all of our food? If it's a robot that requires food, it's fired. I'm not feeding a robot. Robots should be making food. Look at these sweet bunkhouses, though. Yeah. The bunkhouse is badass. How warm is a bunkhouse? They're super warm. They're actually comfortable, except for this one that's way far out. The rest of these are comfortable, though. Nobody getting ill that lives in... We got to build more of these bunkhouses. They're the shit. Bunkhouses are the shit, though. Give me all of the bunkhouses. We're still going to continue our outside-in pattern. Bunkhouses are the bomb. I want to work in a bunkhouse. It sounds fun. It's like a slumber party that never ends. There's our drafting machine research, so we can look at tier 2 technologies. Gathering post installation. What can we do for, like, heating? Get improved heaters, which do what now? Takes 20 metal, so we actually can't get improved heaters. Temperature of the workplace by 2 levels, but consumes 2 coal per hour. I like that. Generator power upgrade we could also research. Now, because we don't have the metal. Outpost depot. What do you do? Allows us to assemble an outpost team, send it to an established permanent resource outpost far away from the city, and maintain a connection with it. That's interesting. What the hell's a factory? A plant where automatons and other highly advanced devices can be produced. We could build a factory! Also, what's going on with the left side of the screen here? It's all glitchy. Hunting tactics. Hunters' huts will employ fewer people. That seems really good. What are flying hunters? Allows us to build hunters' hangars. Hunters based here hunt every night, venturing beyond the city to track their prey from the air. They provide up to 30 raw food per day. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Cookhouse insulation does what? Just makes cookhouses warmer. These seem like we want hunters' tactics, though. We just need metal. So we got to come up with some workers to get us a little bonus metal. Everybody is currently... We need to be researching something. What's the medical post upgrade take? Also metal. Do we have anything that doesn't need metal? Does more scouts take... More scouts... You know what? I'm okay with that. We got wood for days. We used all our metal building up those sweet bunkhouses. I don't regret it. The bunkhouse was definitely the right choice. Is that stupid kid? The injured child has died. We failed to get the child out alive. The wounds inflicted by the machines were too severe. We did what we could, but it wasn't enough. Gee, I'm glad we shut down the fucking factory. Worthless brat. Why did you even bother once you knew he was dead? Why did you even bother to cut his body from the wreckage? You should have just left him in there and let his blood oil the machinery. At least in death, he could have been useful. Child lubricant.